there everybody, Eric coming at you from Outer Limitless with an unboxing and an initial impressions review. This is a knife I've been trying to get my hands on for quite a while now. This is the Bushcrafter, the 162 model from Benchmade Knives. So obviously, as you can see, pretty nice presentation with the box, nicely put together, nicely branded, pretty cool blue sort of I don't know, you'd call it like a brushed metal look, something like that. Gonna take a quick peek here and see what we got inside. So right off the get-go, you have the knife. And it looks like a warranty card. And that's pretty much it, just a little silica gel and then a little padding on the bottom of the box here. So right away I see that the sheath is a very nice slim profile. That's pretty cool actually. It's hard to gauge this stuff when you're looking at it online, and even in this video you might not be able to tell, but in reality this leather sheath is a real nice slim profile, very similar to the actual size of the blade, so there's not too much in the way of extra material. Sometimes that's a good thing if you want to keep things, kind of tight to your body. You don't want a lot of material flapping around. So that's something, like I said, I wasn't able to really gauge by looking at this thing online. But, now obviously I'm seeing it in person. Sheath has a nice fire steel loop and also a nice snap for the retention. Seems to be very firm. It's not going anywhere. Really nice, tight fit. Nice D-ring for a dangler. I do actually have a sort of a dangler I can attach to this, which would work out pretty nicely. And in fact, I might actually use one that has a clip, so I can put the actual dangle attachment onto my belt and then just clip this on and off for quick ease of use. So it's actually pretty nice. Set up pretty well, and I like the color. It's really sort of nice suede color. It's really nice, sort of like a medium brown. Obviously it has a nice contrast against the green handles, and you see the handle with the red liners and that silver tang popping through. So pretty nice presentation just off the get-go. I mean, this is honestly what I was hoping to see from Benchmade, and after looking at this knife for such a long time, I'm very pleased just at the initial look and feel of this sheath and how the knife fits in it. So I think a minute ago I referred to these as green handles. They're actually an interesting color. They're between a green and a blue. I don't know if you'd almost call them like a dark turquoise or something like that, but they're definitely in between a green and a blue color. And so anyway, let's get this knife out of here. Nice solid snap. I mean, you can probably hear that. I'll do it one more time. Nice solid snap on the retention, and the knife comes out real nice. A small detail that I don't think I've seen anybody point out is that there is a plastic liner inside the sheath. I've watched a number of videos on the Bushcrafter, but I don't think I've seen anybody actually point that out. So just a small detail, if you can see that in there, there is a plastic liner on the inside of that sheath. So right off the get-go, let's talk about it just a little bit. Really cool hollow pins, nice look, nice design. That's kind of the Seibert Designs look. I know that other knives that have been put out by Benchmade and designed by Seibert have basically had these same hollow pins, so cool and stylish. I guess in use I'll figure out if they have function, but at this point, for me it's kind of an aesthetic thing. Nice scallops on the handles where you're, kind of ramping down towards the blade, which is very nice for, alternate grips. I find I grip my knife up here very often, so by having that, it's very comfortable. It's a design that I do like, so it's great to have, that sort of, contour to the micarta handle scales, and so very nice in that regard. I'll tell you right off the get-go, the way this fits in my hand is beautiful. Fills out my hand nicely, has a nice palm swell where you need it. You can see here it's definitely got a little bit more meat than in the back, which works out well for my hands and the way my hands grip. You know, I do fill out this handle pretty much to the fullest extent, but that's comfortable for me because you end up with this sort of little hook in the back here that my pinky just sort of settles right into. So for me, just on the initial impression in grabbing this knife, I'm pretty pumped. I think this feels pretty darn nice. You know, my first impression of the spine, it seems like it's pretty sharp. It feels like I'll have an easy time striking a ferro rod. Now on the blade, this is S30V. I'm learning about S30V. You know, I've spent a lot more time with 1095 or even 5160. So, you know, I'm diving into the S30V world a little bit, and so I don't have too much to offer in terms of the actual durability. You know, I'm assuming that I can, you know, baton with this all day long and have no problems. I've seen other people do it, but from my own personal experience, I just don't have it yet. So I will get there, but in the meantime, you know, just talking about the grind, I'm a big fan of saber grinds. You know, a lot of bushcraft knives I know tend to go with more of a Scandi grind, but I'm kind of more of a saber grind type of guy. So this definitely catches my attention and is part of the reason why I've been seriously trying to get my hands on this knife. And so it's finally here, and you know, off the get-go, I'm pretty impressed at how it feels. I like the grip. It feels really nice in my hands. That's a better look for you to see how it fits in my grip. You know, it does have a slight little angles. I mean, it's pretty well rounded, but again, at the same time, it's somewhat squared. I mean, it's not a real super round, smooth, you know, handle. It is a little bit on the squared side, but I don't think that's going to bother me at all. It doesn't feel like I'm going to have any hot spots or anything like that. So right off the get-go, the handle feels pretty nice. I am a big fan of when manufacturers put little choils in at the end of the blade so that you can sharpen your edge all the way to the handle. I'm surprised that you know, certain manufacturers don't do that, and it's just surprising. It's such an easy little feature that I think just makes a difference in your ability to really sharpen the blade all the way to the back of the edge. Finally, just a nice look all the way down the spine, all the way around that handle. Nice curves, nice lines. Really nice definition between the, you know, the red spacers and these turquoise blue with the actual, you know, bright metal tang of the knife popping off of there. So pretty cool look. I like this a lot. I think it's going to be a great blade for me, and I'm very excited to use it. That's pretty much all I have for you today. Just a real quick initial impressions and an unboxing of a blade I've been trying to get my hands on for a long time. I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.